inspiration and motivation and push in a nice way, but shouldn't yell, scream, or kind of be rough and tough on that weak one, because it will break him. So, and it may be counterproductive also. So, keeping all those things in mind, what I'm trying to say is that this problem or this illness was there even in the time of Prophet, but later period of his prophethood, when so many people had entered in Islam, like yadkhuluna fi dinillahi afwaja. So this is how people were entering, tribe by tribe and in big numbers in Medina after the victory of Makkah. So we could see those examples even in Surah Tawbah and Surah Anfal. There are ayat talking with the believers and about their laziness and about their miserliness. These were believers, but now they had become lazy and they had become miserly. While they weren't that kind of people in Makkah, or they were not that kind of people when they had migrated to Medina, or the first group of the people from Medina that who had converted to Islam. They were not lazy or miserly. But then later on, when so many people came and they diluted the quality, and since they had not come with full understanding, and also they had now got the taste of comfort, convenience, and some new money, and they got into businesses. And these were the poor people. They never even imagined to have that much land, or that much fortune, or that much money, and they never enjoyed that luxury in their life earlier. They never saw even their fathers and forefathers living that kind of life. But now, after the victory of Khaybar, after the victory of Makkah, after the victory of Taif, so much ghanimat and the booty of war and so much new lands and new resources came in their hands that they developed a kind of lifestyle, which was the lifestyle of convenience, comfort, and business and luxury, according to the standards of that time. So when they were being called now for prayer, they were lazy. When they were called for jihad, they were lazy. When they were called to donate, and they were miserly. And so they developed these circumstances even in the time when Prophet was still around. Prophet was still around. And we see people, his following or his community, falling and getting into these illnesses and these issues. And then, of course, after the death of Prophet, after the demise of Prophet, when these new governments came, and these governments were not of the caliber of Prophet, and they didn't focus on education of the people or their spiritual training, and the only focus was on conquering the new lands. So it actually added to the problem even furthermore. And then these issues became very evident. So the issue which I'm going to discuss, and I think that I have spent now enough time to explain the importance of that, that is called istighfaf. Istighfaf comes from khiffat or khafif, which is actually undermining something or taking things lightly. Something which is important and serious, and it should be taken seriously, but what happens? That people will start taking it lightly. They will take it just as a routine thing, and then while they will make their agenda and they will set their priorities, they will put it just in the bottom of their priority list. And they will start even missing it when they will get too busy, when they will get occupied with other things, so this won't remain that important. This is called istighfaf. Istighfaf is a problem, first of all, in our life. Even if we look into our materialistic and this daily life, whether it is our family life, whether it is our career life, whether it is our business life, people who have this problem of istighfaf and taking things lightly and undermining things will be kind of always lagging behind, will be always missing the appointments, missing the deadlines, undermining the projects, undermining the importance of certain relations or certain issues, and finally all what they are going to be, they are the last minute individuals, and they are the people that who will always have a apology, every time explanation that why I am late, why I didn't do my job, why I missed the deadline, why I missed the appointment, why I was not there, why I was not here, why I didn't do that. So their life become just explanation and a list of excuses. But that basically comes from this lifestyle, which is taking things lightly and undermining things and not taking things seriously. So that is even in our worldly aspects of life. But this problem affects our deen and our faith and our spirit also when we develop that lifestyle in our religious practices. Ai and ulama have discussed that, and one of them which I am sharing with you, these are the days of shahadat of our sixth Imam, the Ra'is of Madhhab Ja'fari, Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wassalam. From 15th of Shawwal to 25th of Shawwal, these 10 days are the days that we should be talking about our sixth Imam and his life and his teachings and his message. He deserves that, being the most prominent teacher and the leader of this madhab and this maslak and this fiqh and akhlaq and hadith of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam. The story is like this, very quickly, that after the shahadat of sixth Imam, one of his very close companions by the name of Abu Basir, he comes to give his condolences to the household of Imam. And when he comes and he sits at the house of Imam and he is giving the and it seems that because this dialogue is between this companion of Imam and between the wife of Imam, so it shows that he was from those that who was from inner circles, that he was a kind of like a member of the family, that he is giving condolences and speaking directly to the wife of Imam, the mother of Imam Musa al-Kazim alayhi salatu wassalam, Hazrat Hamida. So whether we pronounce it Hamida or Humaida, there are two pronunciations for this name I have heard from ulama. So Hamida or Humaida. When Abu Basir came to give condolences, while they had some conversation, and during that conversation, she says, Abu Basir, I wish that you would be present at the time when your Imam and his ruh, his soul departed this dunya. You missed a very important scene and very important message which your Imam had given to the people who were gathered at that time around him. Abu Basir says, I missed the opportunity and I'm sorry I was not there. But can you tell me what was it? And can you explain to me what was the message of Imam? She says that when these were the last moments of the life of your Imam, the sixth Imam, he asked that everybody at home and all those who are sitting, at that time the houses were divided into the area of house where the women and the household folks were used to live, and then attached to that was another house where the men, the strangers, the friends, the visitors would gather and sit. Andaruni and Bairuni, the inside and outside. I'm sure that there is a word in Arabic also, but we normally in our culture we call it Baithak. It's a place outside. In Iran in these days they call Biruni. So similarly there are other words. Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, and he found that these are his last moments and he is leaving, so he says, ask everybody to come in. Ask everybody to come in and sit around me. I have important message. And Imam alayhi salatu wasalam asked everybody, so everybody came. The household, the friends, the visitors, the slaves, servants, everybody is now surrounding Imam and looking at Imam. And at that time Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, he opened his eyes and he stressed on the importance of prayer, and he stressed on the importance of taking prayer seriously as the highest priority. And then he says, lan tanal shafa'atuna mustakhifan bis salat. He says, our shafa'at is haqq, and we will do shafa'at inshallah at the day of judgment. But our shafa'at will not cover and will not include those who take their prayers lightly or who undermine their prayers. Then they shouldn't hope for our shafa'at of Ali Muhammad. So my brothers and sisters, Imam is not saying that those who don't do their prayer, they shouldn't hope for our shafa'at. That is not the message. Imam is those who do their prayer, but they take their prayer lightly. They do their prayer at the end of day or at the end of time, but they don't give this prayer the importance which this deserves. They don't give the prayer as the highest priority, as as-salat imaduddin. This is the pillar of your deen, or this is the face of your deen. There are many riwayat. Some riwayat are saying this is the foundation and pillar, and the other riwayat says it is the face. And how scary and ugly the body would be, that this body, if it doesn't have the face. You will be scared to even go and shake the hand with someone if you don't see the eyes and nose and lips and the face, and you will be scared to even go closer to that body. And deen, your deen is faceless if it doesn't have the prayer there. And this prayer, Imam alayhi salatu wasalam is saying, this prayer is supposed to be someone that who takes his prayer lightly and undermines the prayer. What is the meaning of taking it lightly and undermining it? It is the time of prayer. Instead of standing up right away, leaving what I am doing and going ahead, doing the wudu properly, and then going to the prayer right away and performing the prayer in its proper way, with proper adab, with proper way, with fully putting your heart into it, and with the proper adab. So it is keep postponing it, enjoying the discussion, enjoying whatever I am doing, giving other things preferences and importance, and keep saying, oh, still I have enough time. Still there is enough time. And let me finish this and then I will do my prayer. Let me finish this and then I will do my this. This is called istighfaf bis salat. This is called taking prayer lightly. and undermining the prayer. And Imam alayhi salatu wasalam is saying somebody who does this shouldn't hope for the shafa'at of Muhammadu Ali Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam at the day of judgment. Recite the salawat. For morning prayer, first of all, majority of the people, unfortunately, even those who do their prayers, they will miss the morning prayer. They may be good at Maghrib and Isha and maybe a little bit better with Zohr and Asr, but when it comes to the morning prayer, majority of those people that who pray 5 times, even they will miss the prayer. And that is one of the blunder. And the reason, everybody knows, I have spoken about it many times, that staying up until midnight or even beyond and going very late to bed, and then of course you are a human being, you need sleep, you need energy, and now when the time of prayer comes in, you don't have any strength to stand up from your bed, and you end up missing the prayer. So that is istighfaf bis salat, even more than istighfaf bis salat. Istighfaf bis salat is doing the prayer just 5 minutes before the sunrise. Just 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes before the sunrise. We set the alarm 20 minutes before sunrise. This is istighfaf bis salat. This is what Imam Jafar-e-Sadiq is addressing, and he is saying people with this behavior shouldn't look for our shafa'at. Now, Zohr and Asr, just 10 minutes or 20 minutes or half an hour before sunset. That is, if that is the lifestyle, if that is something that we prefer, that we are so busy with everything and we will wait until the 20 minutes before Maghrib, half an hour before Maghrib, or sometime 10 minutes before Maghrib, we will rush and go and do Zohr and Asr. This is istighfaf bis salat. Maghrib and Isha, keep postponing it until 10 o'clock, until 11 o'clock. This is called istighfaf bis salat. And Imam alayhi salatu wasalam, Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, lan tanal shafa'atuna mustakhiffan bis salat. That our shafa'at will not cover and will not include those that who do istighfaf bis salat. My brothers and sisters, in our books we have tons of ahadith, tons of riwayat from Muhammad and Ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. About the Prophet and A'imma, that when the wives of Prophet have narrations, that Prophet would be at home, we would be around, and we were talking about family issues or social issues or community issues or whatever. And he was with us. And Prophet was a man, if you know his seerah, that he was very much engaged. When he was used to talk, he was used to talk by turning his body fully to the person with whom he was talking. Prophet was not an arrogant man that he is sitting like this and people are talking and he is not even looking at them. Prophet would turn fully his body and would look at him and talk to him or talk to her. And Prophet was very polite person and very respectful person. But then she says, here the time of adhan would come and immediately Prophet would withdraw from the discussion and from the group as he doesn't know anybody sitting around him. Totally he would become a stranger and has no, for example, he doesn't care who is sitting and who is in the company. And he would become totally stranger and he would just immediately stand up and go and perform his wuzu and go and do the prayer. That was, meaning you go and do research on that. This was the lifestyle of the Prophet. And then this is the lifestyle of Amirul Mu'mineen Ali ibn Abi Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. And you are familiar that he stopped wars. War, when war is at the edge of what you call, whether it will be victory or it will be a loss. And the life of thousands of people is online. And this is on front line. And the war is being done. And when the time of prayer comes, Imam ﷺ says, stop the war and call the azan. A general of Amirul Mu'mineen comes to him and he says, Mawla, this is not the time of salat and stopping the war. We are just winning. Just give us a few more minutes and we will win. And then we will do the namaz, inshallah, after victory. And Imam says, what is the objective of this war? What is the purpose of this war? We are fighting for deen. We are fighting for deen, and the prayer is the face of deen and the pillar of deen. In other words, we are fighting for salat. And if we are not going to do salat and we will just go and fight, then it's counterproductive. And you know the story of Karbala. You know the story that how Imam Hussein, he prayed at the day of Ashura. He was not given even permission to pray. He requested the army of Yazid that the time of prayer is approaching and give us a few minutes that we can pray and you can go and also pray. And then if you don't want to leave us alone, you can come and attack and you can engage the war. They say your prayer is not accepted. You have become Khariji. You are not doing the bay'at of Yazid. Your prayer is not valid. We are not going to permit you for the prayer. And then what happened? Imam ﷺ makes Salatul Khawf, which you perform in the war, but he doesn't postpone the prayer. So that is our history, that is our heritage, my brothers and sisters. This is how we were, and this is how we are supposed to be. And if I want to continue, I can speak until evening. I have tons of those ahadith and riwayat and ayat from Quran on the subject. But this is istighfaf bis salat, my brothers and sisters, which has become the lifestyle, which has become our daily routine. I understand that sometime when you are at work, and if your work, your career, or your boss or your job doesn't allow you to go ahead and do your prayer right away, that's a different story. But when you are at home, when this is day off, when it is weekend, when you are a guest, when you can do it, or this is your own job, this is your own practice, this is your own business, you are owner of your business, or you are in a position in your company and in your career or in your job that you can negotiate and you can leave the job and go and do the salat on time, and then not doing it, this is istighfaf bis salat. Recite a salawat. I had so much about other things also. We don't do istighfaf only with salat. We do istighfaf with fasting. We do istighfaf with hajj. We do istighfaf with zakat and khums. We do istighfaf almost with every religious practice and obligation, my brothers and sisters. Sometime else, inshallah, if I get the chance, I will talk about that. But right now, I just conclude this khutbah with this hope and with this prayer that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opens our hearts, He opens our minds, and He gives us this tawfiq that we can revisit our daily routines and our daily lifestyles. And He gives us the tawfiq where we can improve and we can correct ourselves, and we should start improving ourselves and following the Quran and the Sunnah of Prophet and his Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salatu wassalam. Recite yourself. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر صل على اللهم أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي لا إله إلا هو الحليم الكريم غافر الذنب وقابل التوب وهو الغفور الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا ونبينا ومولانا أبي القاسم محمد اللهم صل وعلى أمير المؤمنين وإمام المتقين علي بن أبي طالب اللهم صل وعلى سيدة نساء العالمين فاطمة الزهراء وعلى الحسن والحسين سيدي شباب أهل الجنة وعلى علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي اللهم صل على مولانا صاحب العصر والزمان وعلى آبائه الكرام ما اتصل الليالي والأيام صلوات أما بعد فقد قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه المجيد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم توبوا إلى الله توبة نصوحا عسى ربكم أن يكفر عن سيئاتكم ويدخلكم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد صلى الله